There's waves. There's waves on our lake. That's not right. I popped down today, the owners are away. I'm supposed to be opening the gates and feeding the animals, but it's a bit stormy. Seeing the trees coming over, I think I might have a bit of clearing up to do tomorrow. Just hope the power don't cut out overnight. Oh well, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, so it's the next day. It's settled down quite a lot. I have a quick walk around and the storm's not done any damage really. A few small branches down, nothing big, which is kind of useful because the owner's away and he hasn't left me the key for the lawnmower, so if there was anything big down I couldn't clear it anyway. But as I was walking around I noticed this is overflowing yet again, so I've given up. I've put my waders on and I'm going to get in and try and fix that. Only problem is the owner also didn't leave me the key for this padlock. So I'm going to start by breaking in. Right, let's get that sorted. Well, that worked. Right. So whoever designed this wasn't in fact exactly intelligent. So the overflow is all the way over that side. So as it's blocked, I've got to get all the way over there. I've got a hole in the knee of my waders. So I know if I go over knee height, my legs will be soaked. I also know that if you walk through the middle of this pond, it goes far too deep normally. So, I've got to work your way around the edge. I know there's rocks in here. So if I'm really lucky, I'm going to fall over. Oh dear. Well, I think we're doing okay. A little bit further. Okay. And yep, that's the outlet down by my feet. Right, let's get you back on the stand. Right, so I know the outlet's somewhere down here. There's a grid on the end of it. I say that. There should be a grid on the end of it. I don't think there is. There we go. So that's what the problem is. Yeah, no wonder that blocked up. So tight up against the walls there. Some of this thing blocks that up. Alright, let's change that. Right, so this is a flexible rubber boot, supposedly. So I've loosened off this band. Oh. In theory that plastic insert should come out. It's also slimy. Oh, there we go. There we go. So all I do, put that back in that way round. That should make it a bit better. Some very high-tech work here. That's in far enough. Did I drop my screwdriver? I bet I dropped my screwdriver. Hey! Okay, you can just about see a little small whirlpool starting to form. Oh, which is good because that means it's taking the water. I've got some force to it. I might just leave it drain for a minute. So that's now working. I was just going to leave, but I thought I've just fallen over. But I thought I'd just show you what I mean when I say this is a lot deeper than it looks. You're standing here, it's absolutely fine, but half a step back and you just disappear off down. So right, let's work our way out. You can see how quickly it's dropped. There's the feeding dish over there, the canopy of that was level with the water, and that's now sticking out. Oh, what am I on here? And almost there. And these rocks here are out of water too. They were under it before. Ooh. There you go. Not locked in. Right, there we go. So I've got a new latch to replace that when the owner gets back, and then we can just transfer the padlock across. I don't know why it needs to be padlocked anyway. I think it's just to stop kids from fiddling. But yeah, there we go. So that'll dry this section of path out now. That's looking a lot drier already. I mean, the water's not going to drop that low because the river level is very high, but at least that's got a larger surface area on that grid now, so it shouldn't get blocked up quite so easily. So yeah, right, on to the next task. Okay, so the next job on my list is repairing this bit of bank here again. So the repair I did before does seem to be holding. There's still a few dips appearing along here where the rocks are, like that. So I'm going to do the same as I did before, which is dig down slightly and fill any voids with heavy clay soil. And then I'm going to put a log across in there and then fill this void up here as well to reinforce the bank. So I'll pop you on the stand and we'll get on with this. Right, I've got to get a log to put in there, but as you can see, it's chucking it down now. So I'm going to go and have some lunch, see if it stops raining. If it does, I'll continue with this, and if it doesn't, I'll find something dry to do. So I'll leave it there for a moment. See you later. The water is just running like a river along here. Okay, so I had a bit of lunch. It's dried up now, so I'm going to put that log across there, and I've got a stake here to secure it, so let's get that in. Okay, so I've spread some wood chip over the top of that. That'll do for today. I've now got to stop because I've got to feed the animals. but that log there should stop the soil from washing away. I'm going to try and get some reeds planted in here as well. I don't know how well they do because there is a laurel there, so it's quite dark on this little bit, but we can only try. But yeah, so I've got the soil from over the other side. I'll take you around there and show you where I got that from. It's all sounding very familiar if you watched the previous video of this bit. So yeah, along this side there's a ditch that I've been digging. I've been doing it slowly over time, just digging a little bit out at a time. So we've got water coming out of the bank on this side, and it's going into this ditch that I've now dug along here. So I've got the first half up to about here dug, but I didn't think that was the lowest point. I think this is the lowest point here. So we've got water coming from that side in that way, and from this side along this way. It's filling up rather quickly. So once we've worked out where the lowest point is, I can then dig a pipe across and get it under the path in a controlled manner. But for now it's just finding out exactly where the low point is. You don't want to put a pipe in and then find it's in the wrong place. So right, I'm going to leave you there for today. Yeah, hopefully the rest of the week might be a bit nicer. We'll see what we can do, see what the weather's like. So yeah, see you later. So it's 2 days later. It's been storming nearly every night. I had a quick walk around. It took me a while to notice this one. We've got this dead tree here, and suddenly aware the top of it up there is at a funny angle. That's quite a lot of weight to come down on someone if that was to fall. So I'm going to quickly cut that down. So yeah, stood directly under it. Brilliant idea. So you've got a holly tree there that is a nice healthy one. Same as back there. That one's alive. I wouldn't say a nice healthy one, but it's alive. And another holly here. And then the tree itself is surrounded by ivy. Now last time I cut one like this down, it was so rotten it just exploded when it hit the floor. So I'm going to try and get it down without it hitting anything, and without cutting into those hollies, because then those hollies will stay there and it won't look like anything's been done. So this isn't too bad because it's leaning that way, and obviously it's onto the path. It's one of the few places where I've actually got space and I'm not battling with a pond. So right, I'll get you on the stand and we'll see what we can do with this. Okay, so I've just gone round and cut all the ivy off at the base so I can actually see what I'm working on. I did try cutting into it. I think it is an old holly, but it's incredibly tough, which is good. That means the top's rotten but the bottom isn't, so it's not going to collapse as I'm trying to cut it. But at the same time I might struggle to get the chainsaw through it, so yeah, this might be an interesting one because I think it's bigger than my chainsaw. So I shouldn't really be doing this, but I've not really got much of a choice, so because I can't leave it like that. So yeah, only other option I suppose is get a ladder up against it and then use a chainsaw up a ladder, which is even worse. So yeah, let's see what I can do. Right, there we go, that's down. Now you can see, this wasn't a particularly deep log, but it was a very wide log. So the first cut I did, came in there to take that off to a size that I could actually handle. I then took a wedge out the front here so it would tip, and then cut in from the back, leaving this as a hinge. Obviously it's been dead for years, so this is effectively seasoned wood, which means it doesn't split quite the same as green wood. It doesn't have that stretchiness or flexibility to it. So when you're cutting dead wood like that, it does tend to go a little bit more suddenly. But yeah, I think that was quite controlled. I managed to miss the bin as well, which I was pleased about. So just trim a few of these branches off, and I'll probably just roll that log to the side of the path. Right, put you back on the stand. Done it again. Moved you, but forgot to press record. So yeah, I've trimmed all the branches off the side there, moved the log to the side, so I'm just doing the last bit now. There we go. Now, like I said the other day, I would clear that lot normally, but they didn't leave the lawnmower keys, so I haven't got a trailer to move it anywhere. So if I do move it, I've got to do it by hand. So I'll leave it there for now. It's off the path, it's not too bad. I will come through here. The plan was to just pop through and rake these leaves up anyway, so I'll get these last few bits with that. But yeah, to be honest, that's one that's been on my list for a little while. I've been a little concerned about it because obviously it's good to have standing deadwood because you do get life living in it. Get the beetles, so you get the woodpeckers, so it is good to have a little bit around. But once it starts to become unstable, then you've got problems. So yeah, I think that'll be it. I shall leave you there and shall see you next week. See you later.